Well, new this morning, protecting the transgender community in Worcester.
The second largest city in Massachusetts passed a new resolution overnight, and WBC's Penny Commit is live in Worcester this morning with how the vote went down, but furthermore, what it might mean, Penny.
Paula, Chris, normally when we hear the term sanctuary city, we think of immigration. But after a late night vote, city councilors here in Worcester have decided to make the city a sanctuary city for transgender people. Now, this came after hours of testimony from the public, many people saying they feel unsafe by President Trump's mandate that the federal government recognize only two genders. And after a council.
Welcome to the DeMarkco effect where you get the full effect of me. So we kind of gonna flip-flop. We gonna watch this video and then we gonna watch the other video. To me, this is like this. I feel bad for some of the people in Massachusetts in that state. I mean that city. This kind of reminds me of something that we see on a movie. It's like, I don't know. The first thing that popped in my mind was like a clown show. Like, this is Welcome to the Clown Show. That's literally the first thing that popped in my mind when I seen this. Okay. I don't know. We gonna get more into it. I've done a little bit of research on it. So we gonna get more into it and we gonna watch this video and see what it's about. But normally sanctuary cities are for immigration laws and everything like that. One thing that people need to realize with Worcester doing this as well is they can lose federal, government funding as well. So they can lose funding from the federal government just because they want to become a sanctuary city for the transgender community. And what they're wanting is like, they don't want to follow the law. They don't want to follow what President Trump has just signed an executive order for. And that's why they want to be a sanctuary city for these people, because they don't want to recognize only two genders. That's what's going on right now. But this is wild to me.
Council member who is transgender here in Worcester claimed they were harassed and misgendered by other city leaders. This newly passed resolution not only reiterates the city's commitment to transgender rights, but it says that the city resources will not be used to detain people seeking gender-affirming care or provide federal or out-of-state agencies with those people's information. Now, two of the councilors did oppose this resolution, although it passed with a pretty overwhelming majority. They argue that it could lose the city thousands of dollars in federal funding.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. But to be honest with you, I don't think it'll just lose them thousands of dollars. I think it'll lose them a lot more than that. If it is the second biggest city in Massachusetts, then this is something that will affect them a lot more than they think. Because if you don't want to abide by what the president has already came up with and signed the executive order for, then you're going to have some problems in your city.
I don't care what your beliefs are on certain things or not, but this is the right, take out the word transgender out of the vocabulary, and the federal government's just plain wrong.
There's no new rights that this resolution gives that don't already exist. However, there's the potential for federal dollars to be taken away from the city of Worcester.
And Worcester is not the first U.S. city to declare themselves a safe haven for transgender residents. Similar resolutions have also been passed in Sacramento, California, and Ithaca, New York, just to name a few.
Yeah, we're going to skip over to this video right here.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Yes, I can. If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
What?
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
Up,
I'm sorry, am I taking too long?
If they don't want to be here, they can go home. You don't have to be here. This don't even have to be a thing. This is why I always point out to y'all, listen, transgender people have mental illnesses. Trust and believe that. There's no other way around it. It's called gender dysphoria. Do your research, search it up. These people, they have some issues. I promise you they do. We don't want you to be here, sir. You don't have to be here. You can go home. Go home, buddy.
I'm pleading for my life.
You remembered how many children I have and that 2 of them are trans.
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me immense physical pain. I'm on the autism spectrum, and I have narcolepsy, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want to be in your email inboxes. I do not want my creativity writing diss tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me. I want you to listen to me.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books the Nazis burned books on gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans, LGBT.
He don't even know what the fuck he even trying to say, because he don't even agree with what he's saying. And that's the serious part about this. Like, we have to be real here, right? And when I say that, let's think about this for a second. Just kind of rock with me for, like, I would say, give me a little while. Okay. When we hear these people talk about their problems that they have, right? You never hear straight people making stuff complicated when it comes to this type of thing. They're not accepting me because I'm straight. Cool. Cool beans. Okay, I had to give this example to somebody before when I was having a debate with them. I said, transgender people have mental illnesses, right? It's called gender dysphoria. I've said that maybe a couple of minutes ago. But I also said that when it comes to this world, anytime somebody has to keep on doing extra to be known and they want to get violent and everything like that, then they know they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. The fact that these people are coming here, the lady is dressed like a zombie with all of the makeup and stuff on her face. The other one has glitter on her face. It's kind of like a clown show to me. And you're not going to be taken serious when you're doing this type of stuff because it doesn't look serious. It just looks foolish. And a lot of these people are going against what God had ordained them to be. God had made you a man or a woman. You can't change that. The fact that you want to change what God gave you, you're going against God's word. You're going against God. So you can live your life and do whatever you want to do, but don't sit here and fight and say we need, Worcester to be a sanctuary city for transgender people when transgender people are not really a thing. It's just a costume. All you're doing is just switching up your looks and everything like that, and they've got so advanced with it that they can actually make you look like a woman or a man. This is a serious situation. This is something that we really have to get better at. Like, we have to make these people understand what they're doing is not right.
LGBT people and even special needs, denying life-saving and affirming care.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap up.
Look at me!
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking pathetic!
We're all done.
And it kind of gives off devil energy to me, too. This video is weird for me to even be looking at.
Of course, we need to continue celebrating Black History Month because in spite of what's coming down from Washington, we all know that we all exist and we all need to be recognized for our existence.
But be aware that you are a guest in my house when you come. And when you come, know that there are strong queer and trans people in my classroom who will collect you with the quickness.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight. And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
I'm not watching no more of this video. I'm sorry. I can't even make it through. I posted a TikTok earlier today talking about, kids, they don't just decide that they want to be a boy or they want to be a girl. That's something that they're taught because kids, do what you teach kids to do. and it was a bunch of transgender people in there that didn't agree with me. And this video right here is just another proof of why it's something wrong with transgender people, honestly. And I love everybody, but when it comes to pushing whatever you are on other people and you're getting violent because they don't call you by what you want to get called by because you're not that, then that's a problem with me. But other than that, leave a like for the algorithm. I don't know why I was finna give my name, but leave a like for the algorithm. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. Also, if you are subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell. If you are not subscribed, you can subscribe if you want to. I wouldn't recommend you subscribing off of one video. I prefer for you to watch more, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. Other than that, have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, wherever y'all at watching this video, and I'll see y'all.